المغرب هذه ولا امريكان يا خوتي، والله غير شغل اوروبا يا خوتي، هذه ما غيرش المغرب. ما كاش بلد في افريقيا داير كيما هاك يا خوتي كيما المغرب. والله غير الناس خدموا بلادهم ما شاء الله، يعطيهم الصحه والله يا خوتي. الى بلد اوروبي هذا ماهوش بلد افريقي، الله يبارك كيما راكم تشوفوا. حوس الجزائر كامله يا خوتي، ما تلقاش مكان واحد كيما راكم تشوفوا ما شاء الله. والله غير شغل دبي يا خوتي هذه، الله يبارك. والله غير المغرب هرب يا خوتي، والله ما شاء الله.
نيجي يا خويا حسين، نيجي تشوف والله الحقيقه البلاد هذيا تشرف خويا. المغرب هذيا يا خويا امستردام ماهوش المروك، والراي تاع تونس خويا والبلدان الكل. احلى بلاد هذيا المغرب صراحه، برجوليه احلى بلاد خويا. صحيت والله، تاكم ربي الصحه خويا، ان شاء الله ربي يحفظكم الناس الكل.
المغرب في كوكب والبقيه في كوكب اخر. لكن الحقيقه هذا الواقع شكون؟
والله اول مره هكا نحس اللي انا في قمه النشوه وقمه الافتخار، اللي انا من افريقيا واللي انا من المغرب العربي، والمغرب هذه تبعتنا من احتفالات ومن دخله ومن المغرب. بارك الله فيكم ويرحم والديكم بزاف 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 يا اهل المغرب. بارك الله فيكم، اقسم بالله ظاهره كاس افريقيا عالمي جاي في الطريق. باينه
kind of just talk about that, the presentation. And, you know, you were saying this is already one of your favorite AFCONs just based on how Morocco is presenting everything. Kind of just fill us in on day one, your initial thoughts right before even the match started.
It's really a joy to be able to see football starting to get to a certain level right now. Morocco is being currently an example to follow for all countries, for all African countries in terms of hosting. I mean, the everything is on point right now when it comes to stadiums, when it comes to hotels, when it comes to infrastructure. Even the press from every country is really impressed about how they're being hosted, how they're being put in perfect conditions to work. The ceremony today was amazing, you know, really, really great performances from the actors and from the artists. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful sight to see. And yeah, the stadiums are impeccable. The pitches are really, really well conditioned. I don't recall any AFCON that has such a great level of hosting in terms of what Morocco is doing right now.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think for me, like you said earlier, it's just the presentation of even the game. The way the stadium looks makes it look like a better product on TV. It looks like we're playing in Europe, but no, this is Africa. This is in Morocco. They've set the standard, and now we have to see other countries follow. Now that you've raised this bar, you can't lower it. We can't go into the next upcoming AFCON tournaments into countries where their infrastructure just doesn't live up to the level. So I don't know. You want to take it to, you know, all these countries. I get it. But what Morocco is showing me just in the first game, just watching it on TV, it looks good. Like just that. You know, so I don't know. Moving forward, I feel like they've definitely set the bar. So we have to keep the standard from here on out.
No, I agree. I mean, they've invested a lot of money in their infrastructure at the youth levels, on the women's side, on the men's side. And it's showing, and like you said, it's nice to be able to watch a product like this. When you look at the stadium, it's full, it's buzzing. Obviously, yeah, it was the host nation, but the other countries, like, you know, in the nation the other countries have to follow suit.
In front of a beautiful blood red crowd in Morocco against Comoros.
Oh yeah, man, it was a party. I was jealous that I wasn't there in attendance, just seeing those scenes. The stadium, it hosted such a fun game, but honestly a difficult game for the Moroccans, especially in that first half, as they were unable to score a goal. Second half, they really found themselves. They were able to be more clinical. Brahim Diaz, off of a beautiful assist, puts the ball into the back of the net, makes it 1-0, and then, bro, the goal of the tournament. Within the first 90 minutes of the tournament starting, El Kabi scores an insane, clean bicycle kick to give Morocco a 2-0 lead. Comoros honestly putting in a very admirable performance, bro. The goalkeeper was doing the best he could. The defensive line held up as long as they could, but Morocco ultimately showed that class. They showed that quality, that host magic. 2-0 result, a great start to their tournament.
Great start to the tournament for Morocco. They were relentless in their offensive approach to this match. It was just attack for 90 straight minutes. Honestly, I was shocked it was 0-0 going into halftime. There were so many chances, especially in that first like 10, 15 minutes. I really thought this was going to be a blowout the way Morocco started, but true credit to Comoros, not just in those really tough first 20 minutes, but for the whole match. They remained rigid. They had a plan to just stick it in deep, be strong defensively, and then when they could, they would break out. And they did get one chance on the break. It was an isolated situation, right-hand flank of the pitch, one-on-one ultimately, but the pressure was just a little bit too much for the Comoros player. Bono ends up getting the save. Morocco keep a clean sheet.
2025 AFCON will win South Africa.
I think Morocco could definitely make a quarterfinal appearance. I think it's completely there. You look at star player Hakimi, and that's one example, but they also have a new addition in Brahim Diaz as well, who, I mean, honestly, is such a crafty player. I think the identity of Morocco hasn't really changed. They dominate the ball. They move it around very well, and again, they are dynamic out wide. And if they get a good draw in the quarterfinals, and maybe they do something crazy and go to the semifinals, I think one big difference is in 2022, there was zero pressure. That's true. There was zero pressure on the side to perform. They're now expected to win the games that they should. That has not been stated for Morocco in the past. And I think a big indicator of how much that pressure is going to be is the AFCON that's happening where they're hosting the tournament. Morocco have to go to the final. They have to go to the final on home soil, prove that they can handle the pressure of hosting a tournament, handle the pressure of defeating Africa's best. They do that, there's no doubt in my mind that Morocco can make a quarterfinal appearance.
How far will Morocco get at the AFCON?
We're gonna win, man, brother. 1000%. And if we don't win, we're gonna bring it with us. The AFCON gonna stay in Morocco.
If it's not Morocco, they can't leave with the trophy.
They can't leave, no, man. We wait a lot, man. The last time they win it, I wasn't born, man.
And there's a lot of pressure on the team, right?
Very lot. But they must do. Look at everything, brother. Look at the players, the accommodations, everything. This shares our year.
Is that even a question? Come on. You know the answer already.
I need you to tell me.
We will win.
Yeah.
100%. This will be it. We got everything.
Yeah.
We got the players. We got the accommodation. We got the fans. And we got all of the media here as well.
Right now, you don't have the great weather, though. It's been raining the whole time.
I know. But there is silence before the storm. So after this,
I would say the finals.
Does that mean you're going to win it?
It depends on the opponents. I think that we can beat every team, every country, and we can beat them, but it will be difficult.
Yeah, for me the same. I hope inshallah the final, because yeah, if you look to who has a strong team, we are that, you know. We have on every position we have the best players, but playing in Africa is not for the weak. It's different than you play on the World Cup or the Euros or something. So we're gonna see, but I think the final.
You want South Africa in the final?
maybe I won't.
Currently, after what you saw yesterday in South Africa, what do you think of South Africa's play?
It's good players because all the players play with Mamelodi Sundowns. Is a good team for Africa. I think we're gonna play with you with South Africa in the final.
Morocco,
yeah.
And then who will win?
Morocco. Have a good night, my brother.
I don't think we've ever said this before because schedule-wise it's never happened. We're starting with some AFCON, my friend. Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco, who, as we know and the whole world knows, went off 3 years ago at the FIFA World Cup in 2022, and their form has been completely maintained. They are the best team in Africa going into this tournament, going into the World Cup. I really want to highlight the 2 goal scorers today from Morocco because I think they're going to be key not just in this run of AFCON, but I think in Morocco's World Cup run as well. First off, I want to start off with Brahim Diaz. I mean, really looking at it, he's got to be one of the greatest international signings maybe ever. You talk about Morocco 3 years ago, their attacking midfielder was Hakim Ziyech, and we all knew what he was capable of, especially at his time with Ajax, and I think we got to see the end of his prime with Morocco at the FIFA World Cup. With him not really, the same player anymore, I think Brahim Diaz has come in and filled that position perfectly. And he's done it essentially overnight. I mean, he announced that he was going to play with Morocco in 2023. He makes his debut just a year ago in 2024. And now he's scoring or assisting in pretty much every single game that he plays for Morocco. What a get. You don't have to wait 8 years for the next teenage Moroccan playmaker. You get one in Brahim Diaz, who, by the way, brings a winning mentality that he has built with Real Madrid. It's just an insane get from Morocco, and you see his class in that first goal. It's a great pass, a nice lateral ball into the box, but he takes it so calmly, so easily. The poise that he shows, he slots it home, giving Morocco the first goal of the tournament.
Yes, and then El Kaabi with what he's done in the Europa Conference League, the Europa League with Olympiacos, it makes sense that he finds a way to get onto the score sheet here, scoring that second goal. He's been such a clinical finisher for the past few years, 32 years old, but he's got a knack and experience, and I mean, he's got to know how. I saw a 3.5-minute highlight reel of overhead bicycle kick goals that specifically El Kaabi has scored.
Yeah.
This is in his arsenal. This is in his toolkit. The ability to finish off a shot the way he did in this game. I just don't know if he's ever done it on a bigger stage, right? Opening game of AFCON at home. This is an iconic Moroccan goal. El Kaabi will be huge for the development offensively. Rahimi, unfortunately, missing a penalty and gets subbed off. In comes El Kaabi. It'll be an interesting debate to see who ends up getting the starting position, because those are their go-to scorers. But El Kaabi, with what he just did, I think starts the next game.
Yeah, and just in general, on paper, I was surprised to see El Kaabi on the bench. I kind of took it as maybe Regragui looking at Comoros and being like, okay, I can have a little fun here. He didn't start as Al-Zuli either. So I think he was kind of tinkering with his offensive line, knowing they were probably going to beat Comoros. I don't mind that at all, but in a bigger match, I really do expect El Kaabi to start. But then that's crazy. 3-minute montage of overhead kicks. It makes sense, bro. When I see him play, especially these last couple of seasons with Olympiacos, he always does at least one thing on the pitch where I'm like, damn, like I didn't realize he was that mobile. I didn't realize he could have that much flashiness to his game. He's continually surprises me. I think he's one of the most underrated strikers in Europe when it comes to like those mid-tier teams like Olympiacos. El Kaabi's, he's dirty, man. He's dirty, and it really showed in this crazy bicycle kick against Comoros here for Morocco. It's a great start for this team. Really excited, but I mean, just to kind of, tie this conclusion up, I mean, Morocco has to go to the final here.
Mientras que en Marruecos arrancó la Copa Africana de Naciones, con la selección local venciendo 2-0 a Comoras, con goles de Brahim Díaz y Ayoub El Kaabi.
De África, 24 equipos se dan cita en Marruecos. El continente busca un nuevo rey. Copa Africana de Naciones, del 21 de diciembre al 18 de enero, por Claro Sports.
Que cada 2 años reúne a las mejores selecciones del continente. En esta edición participan algunos de los mejores futbolistas del mundo. Achraf Hakimi con Marruecos, Nico Jackson, Brian Mbeumo. Hay un montón de grandes futbolistas y este torneo lo pueden seguir ustedes a través de la multiplataforma de Claro Sports.
¿Quién diablos juega en Marruecos y por qué serían el primer país africano en ganar el mundial? Marruecos está siendo protagonista en prácticamente todas las categorías, gambeteros. Y déjame te digo que esto no es ninguna casualidad. Es un proyecto que se ha solidificado con trabajo, visión y mucho esfuerzo. Más adelante te contaremos todos los detalles sobre este proyecto. Empezamos hablando con su 11. En la portería se encuentra Bono. Lo conocemos bastante bien. El ex de Sevilla fue clave para pelear por ese tercer lugar en Qatar del 2022 y eliminar al City con el Al Hilal en el Mundial de Clubes.
Regragui juega con línea de 4. Como lateral derecho está Hakimi, el más valioso de la selección. Por izquierda está Ana Salah del PSV y que fue formado por las inferiores de Países Bajos. Aunque acá también puede jugar Mazraoui del United, tanto perfil izquierdo como derecho. La central es defendida por Aguet de Marsella y Saiz, que juega en la Liga de Qatar. Es una de las líneas defensivas más sólidas en el mundo. Solo han recibido 3 goles en los últimos 11 partidos.
El mediocampo cuenta con muy buenos jugadores. Muchos consideran que su fuerte está en esta línea, precisamente. En su debut en la Copa África, alinearon a estos jugadores: Amrabat, que se encuentra en Betis y fue una de las grandes sorpresas en Qatar 2022. Ainoui por uno de los costados y Ounahi, que recientemente llegó a Girona, ha destacado en 5 participaciones de gol en 10 juegos. Aunque en este 11 fácilmente puede entrar Bilal, una de las estrellas del Stuttgart, de los cracks marroquíes más caros de la actualidad y que ha participado en 12 goles con su club. O'Neill de la Roma, gambeteros. Antes de ir con la línea ofensiva, te tenemos que contar el proyectazo que han formado, obviamente, porque no es ninguna casualidad, como te lo dije al inicio del video, que en estos últimos años hayan logrado quedar en el 4.º lugar en su último mundial. El mejor lugar que ha tenido esta selección africana. Ganó la Copa África Sub-23 en 2023, ganó la medalla de bronce en París 2024, ganó la Copa África Sub-17 en 2025, ganó en el Mundial Sub-20 en 2025, la Copa Árabe también en este año.
El proyecto comenzó en 2010. La Federación Marroquí decidió invertir en la formación de jugadores, unificar el estilo de juego y no hacer menos a ninguna categoría o rama. Se iba a trabajar de la misma manera con todas. Ellos no improvisan, ellos forman jugadores y los forman de la Academia Mohamed B. Es una de las mejores academias de formación en el mundo. Hacen scouting nacional desde niños y no solo trabajan en lo físico, también en lo táctico y mental. Además, Marruecos hizo algo que pocos países ejecutan también. Reclutan jugadores nacidos en Francia, Bélgica, Países Bajos o España, como es el caso de Brahim, y han mantenido una filosofía de juego increíble. Priorizan la presión intensa, juegan con defensa ordenada, con transiciones rápidas y con mucha disciplina táctica y física. Serán uno de los caballos negros del Mundial 2026. Es peligro para las potencias y créanme, si algún día un país de África logra ganar la Copa del Mundo, Marruecos será el primero en hacerlo, el primero en tener esa copa en las manos.
Cerramos con la delantera. En su debut en la Copa África pusieron a Brahim Díaz como extremo derecho y que es una de las estrellas de este equipo. A Saibari como extremo izquierdo y como 9 a Rahimi. Aunque Ben Sehiri igual puede estar por izquierda, Neysiri y Ayub El Kabi como delanteros centros, que por cierto nada más ven el golazo que se marcó en el debut de la competición. Para muchos fue el gol del torneo y eso que acaba de empezar. Queremos saber tu opinión, hasta dónde crees que llegue Marruecos en el siguiente mundial. Te leo en los comentarios.
Marruecos, un equipo constante que representa bien al fútbol africano. Y lo de Marruecos es curioso. Recordemos que en 2022 fueron semifinalistas del mundial y que después en 2024 fueron terceros en lo que es los Juegos Olímpicos. Ahora, hace poco Marruecos fue campeón del Mundial Sub-20, cuenta con una base de buenos jugadores jóvenes y en la Sub-17 llegó también hasta los cuartos de final, eliminados por Brasil, en un partido altamente excitante. Y después, si pasamos a ver, ahorita mismo Marruecos ya comenzó la Liga de Naciones Africanas ganando con muy buen temperamento, y eso que le falta a uno de sus mejores jugadores, como es el caso de Hakimi. Me parece que es un equipo que tiene todo por delante. Es más, hace poco ganaron justamente la Copa Árabe y están arrasando en casi todo lo que se les pone por encima. Oye, Marruecos también cuenta con buenos nombres, ya lo mencioné, Hakimi, Brahim Díaz, Amrabat, Esneri, entre otros más. Así que vamos a ver qué es lo que les depara para el futuro.